Uh, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fari Hemsey. It's about 4:12 p.m. almost, going to 4:13. Um, from lovely downtown, old city of Naples. Actually, I'm a little bit to the east of it because one of my investors said you're too close to the water. Either you move or I'm pulling this out, and that was a pretty decent size. I said, what? You know how long I've worked with you to get here? Back then my minimum was 100K. I worked with him, got to pretty good size, and he was taking it out. So that woke me up real quick. So I moved. And the weather yesterday, I was worried about Thomas because he's in Puerto Rico for tax reasons. He moved, and of course, here's the reason why he's on fire. We added over since last time we talked. We put these in a box for you guys, and we have equity curve now. It plots automatically as long as they add a number. These numbers come from that sheet. They're all tied to each other, and then they get posted into the product page. Yes, boom, right there. You can see it posted there. Uh, Now let's see. Oh, I have not done a snap yet. I could have done a snap, but I haven't done that. Once I snap it, he goes to uh, our Google, not Google, our Amazon, and then the chart is done in Google Sheets. This is displayed from Amazon. Microsoft Cloud displays it. So a lot of different technologies kind of optimized. They're using it. Here's the box. If you click it, you can see more detail. Same numbers, and you can see a timestamp on the bottom tied to Google Clock. We can't touch that. That's theirs. Same thing down there. After this webinar, I'll post those up there. And then if you click detail, it takes you to a worksheet. Now this is live, and you see today's trade. Those 9 handles, very nicely done. Yes, our average about 21% per day, average deal, based on the margin of 1441. We're making about the average of 308. Win loss ratio 3.4. Exceptional results. It's available. You guys can come in. We're still running a promo. Our promos will finish this month. No more promos yet. We go to what's called terminal price. Now, one of the things we're working on is doing a la carte, where you can sign up on the product page for different chat rooms. We don't have that yet, but we're working on that. You go here, you got 2 choices: Elite, which has the orb, that runs off of your trade station. This trade station only, or the chat rooms. Well, this got 2 choices. This has 1. Soon, this is gonna have 3 chats, three choices: ES chat room by itself, 2 NQs, or all 3. Okay, so this button will expand. This one already has 2. If you click here, you'll see when you go down below, there's a link here for the micro NQs. You click that, it's a different for the NQ. All right, so we'll have 5 products there. Simply we have it. Now it will allows us to bring the price down a little bit. Hey Nancy, how are you? And make it like that. What was it, Liberty Mutual? Just pay what you want. Remember the ad? Yeah. So Nancy, we're in the record mode. So that's what we're working on. Our timeline, I don't know what the timeline is. I'm hoping for late August, early July. The problem is this: when you click here, this is a huge problem. Don't look at what you see; it's what's behind it that matters. That controls, what you paid for, any nuances there, and so forth. So we have to test that. Otherwise, if this doesn't work, nobody can get in, right? So we have to change some of the text and all that. But first, we want to make sure the basic is working. So that's what we're on. What else? Okay, let's go. That's one item. This is housekeeping. Number 2 is that if you were trading with us on PMT, you know we've killed it. As a matter of fact, you see the differential. Market dropped quite a bit. We did it. We actually went up. This is the chart from the last trade we put out Monday morning, the one that closed today at the open. So in 24, I'm sorry, in the 2 trading days, it hit the target. Here are the targets. I think we've posted it. We sent you emails out reminding you where we went to. As far as performance, this is the current performance. So while it looked horrible down here, but we did it in stages. So within the auspices of being long from this point, we did not go and get killed. Actually, we have had 5 trades in a row that were winners. The bias is the same. We're behind a little bit. Because we trade below 55 with time digest. But for the trades we sent you, they were all winners. So why? Because we took our time. We took our time and we went after it so that we can make a difference there. Oh, I forgot to roll this over. Should be today. Actually, now it's going to be roll over there on the 28th. Nancy, we missed that. Anyhow, long story short, what else has been we were working on? Anything we did? We've also have signed up for this program, right? For this package. No, I'm saying under the sign up. On this package, we have now 7 affiliates. 7 affiliates have signed up. Hi, Dennis. How are you? As they see the potential here, and it's you could see. Now, this is as of last night. Okay, I haven't snapped it. I will. I just haven't had time. Today was really, really busy. But we have 7 affiliates. We're proud of that. I think that's a seal of approval. But they're just starting. The key test, how long of them will hang on. None of them have said anything negative. None of them said, this guy's a genius. I said, well, no, he's not a genius, but he definitely has a lot of discipline. He's got discipline. He was one of my own students. He was here, came in, and we got in touch. We stayed in touch even after, after COVID. And then recently I was in Los Angeles for Persian New Year in March, and we went and had some lunch. We actually had Shake Shack. Can you believe this? Yeah. Why you go to LA to have Shake Shack? I don't know. We did. Very good fellow. And I know we have also a good friend, an Armenian friend, as a go-between, as one who introduced him to me. He's gone to school in Cyprus while he was waiting to get to the U.S. He's Iranian also. His parents are in Austria, I think. Yeah, so it's very educated, very debonair, very high, sophisticated fellow, and yet down to earth. His life is his 2 cats. You cannot take it away from his 2 cats. Yeah. Anyhow, but he's done a great job. You could see as of this time, out of this day, and thanks to Nancy. Nancy put these things together. Cash helped out with the charts. Nancy put up these pages and how to upload them and so forth. And it's been great to look at it like this. Boom, boom. So we get 2 charts here, and these are for Orb. This is for Maiva chat room. This is for Thomas's. I should say me and Peter Cook. I couldn't run that room without Peter either. And so I think we're blessed. You could see the winning and losses. It's just amazing. Part of it is come. If you go click here, you'll see. When you click here, you see detail. The trick is here. I'm sorry. This. You see the losses are very small, very small, very small. There are not 13 handle up there. Yeah, he's had some really good days, 12 and 9. But you got to remember, it's one day he had 20. I told him, go home. Go home. Don't even hang around. What are you doing? And he was like, I'd like to try one more. I said, no, you're not. No. This is the Navy sailor. And in the Navy, let me remind you, we're here to protect and defend democracy, but not practice it. Okay? As much as I love democracy, I'm willing to defend it. I'm not practicing it. This is Navy. What I say goes. That's final. And that's how we've been the culture of this website for 25 years. There's no time to change it. Yeah. So, good kid, works hard. He's about 40, early 40s, 42. And he's in Puerto Rico. Why? Tax issues. Yeah. There's no federal income tax there. Now, given the weather last couple of days, but that Cyclone 5 went by, I think I'll stick to Southwest Florida for now. I'm sure, Dennis, you would too. So. All right, let's go on to our program here. What did we start with? Economic data. All right, so we had a pretty interesting CPI report that was, I'm half asleep, don't wake me up routine, okay? inflation is getting down there. I think, as Jeff DeGraff today said near the close on the CNBC, very good friend and the protege of the great Steve Schulman. You probably know these names from my book. Both of them were involved. Jeff wrote the first chapter. As a baseball guy, he quoted Crash Davis and Bull Durham. They said you have to play this game with fear and arrogance. Okay, it's and, not or. And anyhow, the he doesn't think we're done yet. We got maybe a little bit more to go. It is getting sticky. I'm going to get into that too, but we dropped a little bit and then we took off. Let's see. Let's go to right here overnight stuff so you could see what that was. I don't like to trade these that early, but you have no choice. You have no choice. It dropped a little bit and then it pulled up. Then dropped again. They pulled up and then one more time. We hardly moved the top. Near the end, I'm saying near the cash open, we couldn't get out at the pre-cash open. Why? Because the option market is closed. But let's see here, right about here, right at the open. You see the print. Boom, we hit it and it was out. Of course, these are futures, but you can see what happened. So we didn't have to intervene. We did send the email out confirming that everybody's out. I think that's what we said, Nancy. I forgot what we said. Sorry. It's been I've been up since 4, but actually, excuse me. Let me correct that. Admiral Tico sent that out. 5th dinner in a row. Gave the setup. Oh, I'm sorry. This was right before the open, right? 9:08. Reminding people what you need to do. Okay, saying the futures are up. This is what you need to do. This after the number is out, about 38 minutes. I want to step out. I want to make sure this was ready, and it was giving you instructions. And this is the trade. Why we do that? It's over. It's done. So once it gets done here, let me see. That's the same one? Yeah. So once it gets done at that time, let's see. Yeah, there we go. We said to everybody, yeah. But it doesn't matter if we show it or not. It's done. So it's finished. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go over also how we watch it. We look at our spread. Look at our spread constantly. Here's your SP. If you don't give this out, don't need to. It's really mechanical. But you get this SPX and the SPY. Then we have this thing added. We've added. My friend Michael Burke added this. There's no bid-ask history. In most, it just becomes too much. You know how many bid-ask comes in on an option? You know, this is the most widely traded name is a SPY. You know how many options it has? Imagine trying to store all this bid-ask. As every move, there's another offer by the market maker. So we keep track of it ourselves manually. Those pluses are. And that's why this is from yesterday. If I do a refresh, all of this detail goes away. It becomes a straight line as of last value. And we're looking at what a spread is, which is the long call, the short call, and the long call, the short call, and the differential. If it's a put, it would be long put, short put difference. So, yeah, we keep track of that. And then, of course, one of the key things I wanted to talk about today, which we're going to get to very, very quickly, is the TD. This had rolled over, okay? Hold on. Which is this. We got an 8 and 9 area reads here. That is all. That's 825. This is 910. Was it? No, I think so. I think it was 910. Now, it's 840. I'm sorry, but also we had not rolled this. The chart here had to be rolled, not there. Why? We're trading now and this is something you need to watch. If you want to do these things, this analytical work, you gotta watch it. Here we go. Let me show you what we had there this morning. VXQ 24. That's the VIX futures for August. Except what? August has rolled. August already rolled. Why? Look at the volume. Volume tells you roll. So midday we went to U24. Remember, this expires next week, next Tuesday, not today. But the roll has already started. Why? Big money is not going to sit for the small illiquidity pricing. So they already went to U. So we jumped from long Q short X to long U short Z. So this baby is bye-bye. The volume is telling us that right there. That's simple. Now, that's a little bit, it's not liquid. I understand that. But we're looking at the value, the spot value of that. And you can see this is a chart. So you could see what back then what a signal it gave. Near zero, that's a low. We got one hell of a deal here at 8, positive 8. If you look at the charts we've had before, they've always been down here between like 0 and -3. We went to 8, so that's a tradable low. There's a retest. Guess what happened? Admiral Tico went long again. Why? I don't know. It's Admiral Tico. Maybe trying to protect his visits to Jimmy P's and having another what do you call it? Tomahawk. For all I know, he may be asking for that shortly. But I've told him, you use your credit cards. I had to pay some expenses for the ramp up in the chat room. So, by the way, we have to buy another computer. I think we just bought 4 in August. In July, I bought 4 for internal use. But I think one of them is no good. The better one, given the rate that chat room was exploding. So I told Thomas, he was laughing. That's good news. So anyhow, that's a good problem to have. Anyhow, so we're digressing here. Let's go back where we were. Now, what's ahead of us? Okay, because you guys know these came in line. The PPI, CPI came very in line. Tomorrow we're gonna have retail sales. That's something I would definitely want to watch. Definitely. Why? That gives you the sense of the consumer economy, what's happening there. And then you also have Philly and Empire State, New York Manufacturing Index. So this is your Mid-Atlantic to see what's going on here. That's important to watch. Import export, maybe, but industrial production, red report. Doesn't care. I don't care much about the business inventories. They could be playing in there. Yes, it's interest rate sensitive, but I haven't seen the predictive value. My job is prediction. I've been forward planning most of my life. Hey, Siegfried, how are you, sir? Most of my life I've been in planning from Northrop days. And they sent me to school to understand it better and so forth, and now I'm here. And but I was in a school at UCLA, which is the second school in derivatives. What did I end up doing? MIV, market implied volatility. The most important input into Black-Scholes model. I'm sure you heard that before, probably sick and tired of hearing it. But my point is, you can't look in the past. You got to look forward because you can't trade in the past. The past is done. You need to have plans for the future, whether it be a few minutes, few hours, or next week. So that I'm not worried about inventory, but industrial production I want to see. Retail sales, yes. Housing, that's just very crucial. Starts and permits. Both of those are forward-looking series. Yes, they'll be subject to change. Absolutely. You can see what's going on. Yes, they will be revised. But the point, that's the best data we have. Okay? So we're going to take a look at it. So that's this week. As for talking heads, I don't know this person. Alberto, I have no clue. Harker, I think that's Cincinnati, if I'm right. Gillespie is definitely Chicago. Boston is Atlanta. I don't know anything else. So, but they start talking, all these guys talking, I get worried. So, yeah, Harker's man. So, that's the calendar for this week. Now, let's go to our code by pay. Our book here for Econoday, exactly that. This is that. The last thing I ever did, best because it only gives us a week. This gives you the whole month in front of you. And I really, I don't know how this worked out, but I just need the U.S. I don't care about overseas stuff because nobody's got the economy we have. Nobody's got our military either. So, yeah, this is my adopted country. I care about here, period. Okay, next week, the following week. This week we already see. Because we have two, every other week we do this. So, 21st, FOMC minutes. That's it. There's a mortgage in the morning, mortgage applications, but really that's every week. I want to look at FOMC minutes at 2 on Wednesday. Uh, Nothing in 19 and 20, which is the Monday, Tuesday post expiration. Existing home sales at 10 on the 22nd. Kansas City Manufacturing Index. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Not too crazy about EIA and Natcast because I don't trade them. Although I'm beginning to look at it, but my machine does it. The Tiger Shark has a package there. Hey, Rick, how are you? Has a package that deals with CL. And that's really diversification. Because we the markets are a little bit too small for what we're doing right now, especially on NQ. Yes, it's a little bit easier, but which is part of my strategy. The promise of Tiger Shark is air dominance. We don't want to be F-15. We want to be F-22, or better yet, YF-23. By the way, I understand there's a copy of it in Torrance, California. I'm going to go see it. And I have 14 sitting down there in Torrance Airport. Used to fly out of there quite with my dad. Just joy rides. He didn't have an airplane, but you see how many pilots would beg him to have him to take us up on a joyride because of his prowess. We landed once into what's that island? Catalina. Catalina has an airport inside of a bowl. Instead of a mountain, there's a bowl. You can land there, right? But you have to be a good pilot. So anyhow, we had a good time. But next time I'm going to go to that museum. Look for YF-23. Anyhow, that's air dominance. I worked on that on paper. That aircraft was in a bid mode. I was part of a bid team, preliminary bid team. So, and then of course I left. And then Clinton slashed it and went to YF-22. I think the biggest mistake the Air Force has done today. Yeah, that's why Japan is trying to revive it. Anyhow, new home sales on the 23rd on Friday, and of course we'll see you here on the 29th, which is 2 weeks from now, and 28th, which is a Wednesday. Durable goods on Monday, 26th. Consumer confidence on Tuesday. So, and case shooter. So we're going to have a series of data. But I think all of this would be, if I was going to pick one day, next Wednesday, FOMC minutes. Okay, let's go to charts. Okay. Yeah. All right, so let's go here. Okay, timer charts. What they come back. As a matter of fact, let me show you our fib. Look at our fib. We hit 61.8. Okay, now this is like a Elliott wave. You gotta be a little bit careful. But if this was the work was done for us, when you have a drop this big, it's easy to pick the tops and bottoms, and you see the guidance. And once we were past here, I was comfortable with our target. Remember, we've had two longs. One of the, I'm sorry, we haven't had shorts. We have had two longs, but this one we got stopped out early. I know that was my mistake. The greed, I pushed the target up, and we did that. And it lifted our trading stop 2 trades before, not this one, 2 trades before. I'm talking about 385. It lifted up, but didn't get the high. All right, but as it pulled back, we check it out. So we had a small loss, but this one was 2 large trades that were good. We went in here and we taken out there. We went in here, we're taking out today. So happy here. We're fine. We're still staying along with Timer Digest. Correction, I don't think we had 5 trades in a row. That was right. Because that third one, the 2 before 285, we had a slight loss. Yeah, because I moved it. How did I not touch this? So I have to correct that. All right. So anyhow, we hit 50 bar today. We came off with 3 sigma, obviously huge gap down. Everybody very, very nervous. For me, that's time to buy. You know that when everybody's going crazy, that's for me to buy. Just like my dad, when things would get crazy, he would get such a focus. And we had a CI cross. Look at the volume. Look at volume, up and down volume, more than 14 to 1. This one you buy. Oh, is that right? Next week? Oh, that's right. Next week you have. Thank you, Nancy. Jackson. Yes, he did too. Yes. Hold on, Siegfried. You better have him spend it. I will spend quite a bit. Michael Becker, how are you? I see you, Mike. How are you, sir? See you, Mike. We're indebted to you for all the work you're doing. And Siamak is getting on an audio tomorrow to confirm the instructions, or actually on Friday, right? Yeah, the audio. Yeah, so great job. Hi, Yogesh. How are you? So, uh, you guys came in a little bit late. We started at 4. Remember, at 4. So next week we have Jackson Hole Economic Symposium. Thank you, Nancy, for reminding me. 22nd to 24th. That's absolutely correct. How come it doesn't show here? What kind of operation is this, Nancy? 22nd and 24th. It's nothing on the. No, it doesn't. The only thing we have, which by the way is hosted by Kansas City Fed, all they're talking about is the manufacturing index. Yeah, August, Thursday and Friday. Yep. But we're gonna see it on TV. Yeah, they're gonna play that game. Anyhow, you have a very high to very spiked up ratio. That's a tag. You have a cross there on your CI. You see the color changing? That's what we use these color gradients. We have come a long way, baby. Yeah, we have. We have. Thank you to Mike Burke. We've come a long way. You use the CG color gradient. You could see these actually. You see, it's not as deep, the red. Because a little bit, even though you're looking at the amplitude, but the color itself is giving you a hue that you need to pay attention to. And then we're still not overbought yet. I'm going to go to SP2. Please follow Admiral Tico. Admiral Tico. Nancy could put the link there for you. X.com. Fleet Admiral Tico. Where is Fleet Admiral Tico? Hold on. Here's X.com. Okay, hold on. There we go. You want to go here. This is Fleet Admiral Tico. There we go. Okay. It's got, last year this time we had 600 people, 700 people. It's gone 3x in 1 year. And here's this. This is the fib chart. More importantly, I want to talk about this here, which we're getting to. This says we're not done yet. We probably need to. That doesn't mean, oh, we can't do this. Yes, it can. But given that low it was, it should pull up at least touch 75. So I expect another day or so. Remember, nobody knows this. This is our guess. At least another day or so going up. With the two numbers going out, which is CPI, PPI, I don't see what's going to go crazy on us. Housing starts on pyramids. Okay, maybe. But the rates have been down, guys. The rates have been down. Look at that. Now, that was a huge drop in rates. Okay? But as you can see, the front end is coming for a W. We're probably going to pull up. A little bit more down, and we're going to pull up cars and autos, right? I'm sorry, cars, autos and housing. Sorry, they're both the same. So look at that. And obviously, this is noisy. This is what they're trying to tell the Fed what to do. But Fed's behind the curve anyway. So, but why does it matter? Moving forward, timer chart equal weighted. Where's the count? That's 0.6. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're about the same area there. This was a little bit more, less noisy. This is a huge noise there, up and down. Let's go to a ratio. That's a better one. Okay, we pulled back down there. I'm sorry. Not to pull back. Let me go here. There we go. Yeah, as we pulled back, you could see the techs were gone. This is a drop there. Why? Without tech, they held up a little bit better. That's what that ratio means. We pulled up. Now it's gave back some. Okay. Usually when we get near very low reading, either you have very low or you're very high. Okay. We were talking about something could go wrong, but believe me, I didn't expect it to be this big. Otherwise, I'm not holding my long. I was a long from here on Timer Digest. Yeah. That's what that, even the Timer Digest is when it gets to be bigger, but not you guys. You guys got to stop now with small loss. Now, had I not touched it, you have actually made a little gain. I touched it the day before. I thought I was being clever. the moral of the story is sometimes you let things to be it. Industrial's coming back decently. Here's the problem. We can't go up with transportation like this. Absolutely, that's a problem. But maybe we're rotating here. We don't know. Keep an eye on CI. Russell, yeah, muted kind of. It's sitting at 50. So next few days will be crucial. Obviously, industrials are going to be telling us a lot. Dow looks like it's ahead, but I wouldn't get crazy here yet. It takes more than just industrials to go up, so okay, keep an eye on that. Okay, D-trenders, neutral, right? Neutral, negative. So it's a 0, 3, 1, right? 1, 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1. So 3 positive, 4 neutral, 1 negative. It means wait. Have more tea, as Admiral Tico would say. You need more data. Okay, more data. Yeah. VIX. Okay, we did some charts on that. One of the massive, fastest drops ever. We went into COVID range almost. I think COVID was hitting at 80, if I remember it right. And we got very close to that. I know VIX was higher. I mean, VXN was higher back then. But I'm just looking at the VIX, the new VIX, and we talked about it. You see the cross. That was early confirmation that hey, something is going to lift here. And look at what happened this week. That's the last 5 days. So, of course, you see the range expansion. This is the most recent look back, and it just went crazy on the range expansion. All right. I kept on looking at this, I wonder what we missed here, okay? But we don't have a buy here yet, okay? But from a standpoint of a cross, but maybe it's coming. Remember, that's weekly. It's going to be a little bit late. If you look at the daily, yes, it went to a buy. It went to a buy today. Let's see, is it today at the close or is this today at the close? Yeah. So technically it could be late. Yeah, 5:54:55. So it triggered that today. I'm sorry, it must have triggered here. No, triggered here. So it wants to get long tomorrow. 54, 50. No, I'm sorry. The open was, the open, hold on, let me fix this. Sorry. I'm sorry, let me fix this. Yeah. Status slide. I need open there. Open. And, okay. Sorry, guys. Oh, no. Okay, open. There we go. Yeah, 546. No. 5442. That's it. Yeah. You went long here at that level, slightly. Yeah, and then let me see this. Yeah, 5455. Okay, because no, this is buying the higher than that. Yeah. I gotta look at this code. I don't have a super clear explanation for it, but trust me, it went to a buy. It's written there. It went to a buy today. It was getting to a point where this could go into a short. These signals are usually not wrong. This is noisy back and forth, but not the weekly. And that was my worry for the long side of the market. Here's my thinking. I don't think this low that we see is good. It's going to be challenged, but not now. Historically, if you look at again seasonality charts, the worst month of the year is usually September. Let's say after 9/11, that time frame, which usually starts the high Jewish holiday. Between the you sell Rosh Hashanah and you buy Yom Kippur. This year calendar changes because those are lunar months. It's now, I think 14 is Rosh Hashanah of October. Big shift, yeah. And then 22nd, I gotta take a look, is the calendar. But let's be certain. 1 second, hold on. Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah 23. No, I want 24. See, it was September last time. Here you go. It's the Rosh Hashanah starts on the 2nd, and then Kippur. YOMKOUR. Yeah, okay, you see it. So it's gonna start on the 2nd through the 12th. That 10 days market is gonna be extremely low. This is the one you want to buy. And being close to the election, you probably have extra volatility. Okay. So I'm thinking here is we're gonna have a crazy September seasonality wise, and then you have a shifted high Jewish holidays. So good luck. Now, do we scared of volatility? Well, we should be, but yes, it's the value of the what do you call it? Would you like to trade? How volatile it is, and what your indicators are, how helpful they are. So now, as you know, as we go up in the readings, okay, in the highs and lows, as the highs go to make a new high, I like to look at the weekly level, above 80, above 100, you're facing a low, a coming low. So if this keeps on going up and it shows up in the weekly data, then I think I'm right, time wise. But who knows? Who knows? Remember, I mean, most of that volatility comes from news anyway. So we have a lot of issues overseas, especially, and so any of them could trigger a nasty sell-off. But then, the more the sell-off you have, the better set up you get into a kind of a Santa Claus rally. So you shouldn't be afraid of the market, but you should be clear about your decision-making process. Okay, and so we'll find out. SQ, we hit 143. I don't know if that's today. I don't think it is. No, it's not. Yeah, that's yesterday. So today is not out yet. Let's do a refresh. Say we get anything. No, it hasn't come out yet. They have to compute that based on SPX puts. Remember, these are the tail risk on the downside. Remember, you have two tail risks, up and down. We don't care for the upside. It's a downside. And if you look at this, you can see that the drop came. We made a spike there to sigma levels. Not all-time high, but another drop came. There's a delay there. You see that? There's a delay there. I'd suggest, based on what I've seen before, 60 days to about 90 days would be a delay of seeing a spike both in absolute value and sigma level, and it turned into the drop in SPX. And this was a one hell of a drop. As you can see the FIB chart. Again, here's the FIB chart. This was a one heck of a drop. So, and the more you flush this out, it gets rid of the weak hands, and we actually have a nice run up. So, TD. Okay, here we go. Here's SP2. We also talked about a rollover earlier today. Intraday, we saw a volume rollover from VXQ24, which is August, into SEP. So we were long Qs, short X, which is November. Now we were long because the cost was like 70,000 or something like that, or 75,000. So we have like 20,000 difference. Once that happens, you know the big boys have rolled. The Q contract stops trading next Tuesday and settles next Wednesday. But usually by Friday, the big boys have moved, but they move early today. Could be possibly also the last week action. I mean, these were very liquid last week. A lot of willy-nillys and a lot of hedges and so forth. Remember, down there, when we got down here, some of the VCs were having come to Jesus meetings, okay? Because where are we heading? Pretty scary. So So we plot that. We replot that. I'm sorry. We replot that today. Sorry, guys. I had a little coffee. I've been up since 4. It takes a while to prepare for these markets. Excuse me. Point. So we're negative -0.1. Again, I'm going to bring it to your attention. This is key. We need to understand this. We don't see this, guys. Look at the scale. Yes, you may see the shape, but not these levels. We don't have 7 and 8 and 10. This is not seen before. That's how bad things were into Monday. And there was a whole group of people that said, this coming Monday, we're going to have a market crash. Well, there was a dear friend of mine. Hey, respect your opinion. Let's see what happens. And he's a very, very astute player. But somehow they bought this. I don't know. The point is, this was very unusual. And to me, hold on, this was very unusual. And to me, that set up a decent rally. I didn't panic. I held on. Was I nervous? Of course. But, you just have to hold your beliefs. It's as my dad would say, losers are those who quit. See what he's saying? If you quit, you bought it. They close the trade. It's not fluid anymore. It's yours. You got a loss. But if you can hold on, that means what? Watch your bet size. Have some buffer. Don't go to the last dime. And, I usually keep 20, 30, 40% as a buffer. If I go to that level, hi, Dale, how are you? It's a few minutes, maybe half an hour, and they pull back. Like this afternoon near the close. I edged up my size, but I was nervous, Rick, and because I give him back what I made this morning. And then it slowly ticked up. I came up, and from I don't know 38 something. At one point I was negative about 38. I thought it given up the 1% ahead I was in the morning, and then yeah, I was up 95 basis points. At one point, when I first started, I had. I trade the number. I'm trying to read it to you back, because these moves I write. I put them in works on the trade state. I mean on the. Then we got 8:30. 1 minute after it opened, I was up 53 basis points. That's half of 1%. And then went on. By I'm reading the chat. Hold on. I was 95 basis points at 12.10. I should have stopped there. That's almost 1%. And I went to lose more than 2% after that. So, more than that, actually more than 2%. I was like 1.3, 1.4 negative. Again, that's why I get nervous at that level, over 1%. And then by 5 minutes to go, now, really a lot of commission costs. That was my problem in the close. Last hour, 124 BP at 354. Within a minute, I was at 197 BP. Why? Because what are you going to do? There's a little time left. The direction is clear. What do? You gun it. You gun it. You say, I want all 8 engines working. All of them. That could be 52. Coming for a kill. And they couldn't look back. And so that's what I mean by air superiority. I'm saying air dominance, not air superiority. So you have a cover conviction. You got to be careful. You got to know when to apply power. That's important. When to apply power. So remember, I was a student of Machiavelli in terms of his school of thought. Yeah. So, and I got that clue from actually Kissinger. My dad was a friend of him. So Machiavelli. So then you got to know when to apply that gun, but the power that you have. So, and also if you misapply it, you won't have those ammo. You're gone. It's easy to be gone. Yeah, a lot of people do that. So I've blown a number of accounts. I have a lot of arrows in my back. You can't rewrite the history. It's there. So treasuries. Okay, we briefly looked at it. This was a decent move. Listen, the economy is still strong. Market is reflecting that somewhat. But did we get overheated? Yes. What caused that? NVIDIA. And did Admiral Tico I know Zickfried follows Admiral like there's no tomorrow. How was he with the NVIDIA? I mean, people were hunting after him, going out after him. How can you say that? NVIDIA. Oh, we'll look at this in a bit, but yeah, when he talked about 90, people were puking. Yeah, there you go. Good luck. When he says, I'm looking for 90, people were puking. That was 90. Actually, 82, 90 was his intermediate step. Right? And at the end, he says, we're not done. We're going to look at 82 at the next upheaval. But this was a test of things to come. We went up for NVIDIA in last October, last November, Q4 last year. We gave it back now. So, problem, Nancy, quick text to me. Blackwell is going to be behind. I knew the story. I heard of Blackwell. I wasn't, up to date on it. Just Google it. Blackwell is having delay. Oh, so you knew that you're going to find people wrong for that. And of course we did. Okay, let's go to Larry's. Oh, by the way, let me make a comment there about the Blackwell. That weekend was also a thing where there was a talk that Iran's going to hit Israel. And everybody came to me and he says, why don't you guys hit us? Hit them now. I said, what do you mean, you guys? I'm not into the people or government of Iran. And I have a lot of friends in Israel, especially in Tel Aviv and especially Haifa. I have no interest in seeing that. And as you saw, they were saying hit and the market will be done with, and market will come up. Market came up. This was NVIDIA. It wasn't Israel. That may be still to come. That's a different story. So have a caution in your head. Stay flexible of what parameters you could see out there. And it could be any day, it could be any night. There was a talk last Monday, I think, was it? Or Sunday night. That last Monday was a special Jewish holiday. The Orthodox Jews I know, a friend of mine from LA was telling me that. I didn't know that. So I got pinned watching it. It was the news. It kept on refresh. Nothing happened. But we don't know. We don't know if it's going to be done or not. I think probably it will be. But, let's just pray for the civilians. The problem is not the combatants, it's the civilians going to get in a crossfire. But it's going to be, I think, would be measured. It's going to be. I mean, listen, you got to understand, government of Iran has worked very closely with Mossad. They just don't want to talk about it. They bought equipment from them with the help of U.S. So some of this is a charade. So anyhow, okay, let's go here. I'm not a student of this. I post this. I get a lot of traffic from it because Bo Natvik or Norseman and Walter Deemer, they talk about this shot, but they always finish by saying, talk to Fahry Hamzy. I'm not that good at this. All I know is that we posted and we're hosting a file there you need you guys to look at. You go to Twitter and where is Tico? There we go. If you go to Tico, he posted his charts. I think last time he did was yesterday. No. Close. There you go. Is this this is the chart, but you want to do this. You want to read this. We host that on our servers. That's fine. It is important. I know Paul. He passed away. I knew Paul. Great guy. Met into him several times. I think Nancy probably met him at Mask. Brilliant guy. He was the president of Lowry's. And you want to read that before you take a stab at those charts. But the issue there is follow through day. And Bo may have something there. So here's Bo Norseman. You want to go in there and see what he's doing. And he lives around the corner. He does a pretty good job on this. So he's a micro technical analyst. He's a micro in the sense of like a mechanical. He goes through these details. You should see how he writes these things. So I'm not that smart. But I do look at what he's looking at. And we occasionally have lunch down here. He's he's about a mile from me or so. Anyhow, we're not getting 95s or negative 95s. We got one here. And the bounce was very strong. So you knew, not high enough, but still, we went from two negative 90s from below negative 90 into almost positive 90. So that was another input to my head that, hey, this thing is very strong coming. It's not end of the world yet. I think end of the world will come, or sounds like end of the world, but it's not now. I think it's September. What would be the catalyst? I don't know. I don't do history. I don't write history. That's what I used to say to Mary Thompson at CNBC. I said, you guys do reports, news. Go find it. I have no idea. All I know is something's pending. That's all I can tell with some certainty. Anything else has a high probability of not happening at all. Now let's go to this mechanical system, which is also by Larry. Buying power. We do not publish this normally. It was done by Peter Cook, and this is still short. S&P. These are futures, by the way. S&P are short. Excuse me. Mid cap, and EMD is mid cap. Russell went long. Hello. Russell went long today. And this son of a gun is still short. It's getting killed on NQ. Now, Peter only takes the long sides. So, which is probably safe. They're probably safe because majority of this country is long. Very few people are crazy like you and I who would do a short. Or like somebody like Senor Elahi here, Siamak, do a short. But we're usually long anyway. So this one you want to wait to show up, we'll post that. We know Russell there, that means this should go long. They go together. We don't have transportation futures. I wish we did. That would be a resemblance for what ES is going to do. But these two go together. So if this went long, we expect NQ to go long shortly, and then ES to follow. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Nations, this was another one. This was definitely COVID days. I remember looking at this. And Peter is a good guy following this stuff. He was, look at this, 200. He was in the chat room going wild about it. And he's absolutely right. Real time. Yeah. So that was beneficial for me. All right, let's see. We're gonna close this sucker. 1 second. Let me knock down one of these. All right, so let's go on to here we go. What else do I have for you guys? Very nice to these levels. Watch the levels. These are SPRs. Support, pivot, and resistance by each month. That's for the. No, I'm sorry. These are weeklies. Using hourly bars. This combo has worked the best. And TradeStation is one of the few platforms that allows you to do that, where you can put a weekly data in, okay, weekly data, to find out the levels and yet plot the 60 minutes. So you have a weekly data to find the levels, but plot the hourly. Most platforms don't do that. We did that ourselves for eSignal with the help of, I forgot who was my programmer over there. Oh my God. It was like 5 extra pages of code. Of course, in all fairness, eSignal is Java, JavaScript, and I hate that. It's just disaster. One semicolon, you're dead. TradeStation uses interpretive language. I think the interpreter there is for Python. And it's a high level. It's really easy language. That's really a good name for it, easy language. You remember, Mark, they were head of marketing. These guys were geniuses in marketing at TradeStation. It started with a fold-out table in a bedroom of 2 brothers. You should see their ranch now in Montana. Hey, they want to go see Montana. Remember Crimson Tide? But I want to have an American girl, raise chickens, and live in Montana. Well, they went to Montana, and they're living there very nicely. Yeah. Let's go to FIP. We're going to start using this chart in our Wednesday reports. Every other Wednesday, we do a hard copy, but for members only. We can't just give away things. There's going to be differentiation, some differentiation for those who are actual members. So we're going to do that in our PMT members. Doesn't matter your comp or not. But if you are in part of membership, you go that. but that's one of the charts we're going to add, and maybe becomes meaningless later for a while. But fibs don't always work. Like let's say in here. When we get to something like this, it's absolutely brilliant. So depending what the setup is, we'll have better use of it. Again, the concept is uh, uh, what do you call it? It's like a civil lawsuit. It's a preponderance of evidence. We're not going to indict anybody or this market criminally, so we don't need beyond reasonable doubt. Preponderance of evidence do, and as Admiral Tico says, I will choose when I got to prosecute this market. Time and place of my choosing. So, lesson from Admiral Tico. Zikvik, don't forget that. 2 more charts, and then we're done. Let's look at this. Okay, 50 bar. Let me close that. Sorry, I hate these. I hate these websites with all these ads. Why don't you charge people? Okay. What do you think this ad brings in? Almost nothing. Not even like a penny. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, I never fought over price for my products. Why? Value. I deliver value, and I'm going to ask it reasonably good price. That's a fair, but not as junk. Anyhow, let's get this a little bit bigger, guys, so we can see some resolution. Okay, let's go to 175. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. All right. So very center oriented here, near 50. Okay. We have a, let me close these guys. It's just background noise. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hold on. Attention needed. Another update? Oh, give me a break. Oh, really? Okay. All right. I see. Okay. So, Nancy, we got another .NET update. CMAC.NET update. Yeah, make sure you update your machines. This applies to transition, guys. Very neutral. This doesn't tell me anything. Okay, 50 here, right? This is your 50 line, this area. So we're just above it. Also, you have a very dicey moving average in terms of moving together, so we don't get a clue either here. So I pass on that. Let's go to 200. Remember, not every chart is going to give you a signal all the time. You got to learn to deal with that. You got to learn and say, that's what we talk about, preponderance of evidence. Okay, there we go. Now, this is a little bit higher. And we're beginning to push down a little bit on the moving averages. So if we go up, you got a divergence coming. Remember that. If we go up in price, you got a divergence set up already. So, hi, Jeff. How are you, sir? So this becomes even more important one. So look at 200 there. Here's the symbol. And you get it from stock charts. Down here, you have some options. I save that. That's the URL. You save it. You get to any other machines. You can replicate this to the color, the lines, and I always use, by the way, 20 and 50, and you do that down here. I think there we go. The default is 10 and 20. I don't like that. Too noisy. I want a little bit look back. Look at it that way. So 1 second, guys. Anyhow, any questions for me? Is there? Let's do it a little bit differently this time. Do you guys need a chart you want me to look at in swing? Because I'm very tired. The problem is that I've been up since 4. Here is our. Hold on. Let's see. Here is our top 40 of Nasdaq 100, and here we're gonna again sort it on the market cap. Kind of a mixed picture a little bit. I'm glad the video held up because I was long. Yeah. Of course, what bothers me the most was Microsoft. So, any other names you guys want to take a look at? Rally into the Fed before. Hold on. Let me cut that 1 second. Sorry, this is a TV company. Michael Becker. I knew you were going to ask something. I know that, Michael. That's good. That's good. Rally to Fed before the break. What do you mean by break? Which break are we talking about? Would you elaborate on that for me, sir? Thank you. You're talking about into election. You're talking about the Jewish holiday. What do you mean by break? I'm not sure. The next Fed is gonna be we have Fed meeting ahead of us. After that, I think the next Fed is a little bit after that, isn't it? What is it? Fed meeting is on the 17th of oh, that's September, right? Yeah, September 17th. Yeah, we should expect that. Oh, September, October break. Yeah, yeah. We should expect that. Yeah. But I really don't think they're gonna ease. And if they do, my bet would be 25 cents. This 50 cents and 150 is all bullshit. I'm sorry about Professor Siegel, but he was way off when he says for 150. I was laughing. I was about to order a scotch. What do you mean 150 points? For what? GDP is 2.8. GDP is 2.8. GDP is 2.8. We're not going anywhere like that. So um, now the inflation is a little bit lower, so maybe they're going to ease up a little bit. We have had two good inflation days, um, but not more than 25 cents. And we're getting too close to election. Okay, Jerome Powell would like to stay out of that because either way, whatever he does, he's damned by one side or both sides. So I think if we do get it, it would be quarter point. The data point to me would be the GDP print. Now, when's the next GDP? Would be Thursday, right? Oh, but yeah, week after. Yeah, 2 weeks after tomorrow. 2 weeks after we got a GDP print. Um, if that stays up, I don't think we're gonna get anything. Admiral Tico says December. The first rate cut in mind of Admiral Tico is December. But what does he know, right? Except he's been right. Most of the time, he's been right more than these talking heads on CNBC and Bloomberg. So, all right. Any names you guys want to take a look at? Two things I want to look at quickly as a suggestion. Microsoft, obviously, this is the key names. Really scared the heck out of me. This drop. Don't have a position. I have a good friend who she retired from there, and that's fine. We don't talk about it. I understand. I'm cool with that. Uh, because she left early. Yeah, yeah. So that's the sore point with her. That's okay. Uh, let's look at Nvidia quickly. No, hold on. Let's talk about it. This is a good move up. CI looks good. CI different positive. So if I were Nancy, and I'm glad I'm not, but if I were Nancy, she's a good option trader. She would probably buying a spread here. She'd probably buy 420 and sell 430s. I know her. She'll probably do that. So let's look at Nvidia. For those who need a little action, like Dennis, right, Dennis? Dennis would love to have some action. All right, let's go there. I'm just giving Dennis a hard time. Dennis is quiet, so I'm giving exactly. Yeah. Dennis, you and I are a little bit old for this action, this kind of action, but never know. I would buy the above 50 bar. That's a 50 bar. I would buy above it, and let's say like 120s, and sell 130s. Why? Probably gonna try go to test 132, 133. What's the 50 bar there exactly? Let's see. It's 120. So buy 120, sell 130s, or even 132s if you want. But the problem is that when you do that spread, the what you get back is small, even though it helps because premium is high. Remember, NVIDIA is a high beta, right? If you look here in one of these columns, we look at this constantly throughout the day. Let me go here. I'm talking, or Peter's talking. Here's your beta. We had a beta to it. So this is the fundamental data grabbed by TradeStation. You see the top three: Tesla, AMD, and Nvidia. Remember, Nancy? Yeah, AMD wasn't there, but it's there now. Yeah, it's got up to the beta 1.69, but by just a hair over Nvidia. Yeah. Uh, so that beta will dictate a very high premium. Okay. It looks where how is he heading? Yeah. So I would buy why I would buy. What's this level one? Yeah, that's probably smarter. I would buy 123, 124s, and sell 140s, something like that. But you gotta be a little bit patient there. Yeah. Remember, 141 was a high, right? Admiral Tico said what? 138. Watch out! Watch out! Boom! Punched through at 140 and a half. He said, "Sell everything now," and that was it. That was a high print that day. So, you know why? He wasn't using this. He was using Tiger Shark. Yeah, Tiger Shark for stocks have been one hell of a tool. Okay, let's see what else we want to talk about there. Oh, Costco. I want to talk about Costco. Remember, if you remember, last October, that was my buy point, buy stock, buy this and hold. Speaks for itself. I mean, here, all these rigmarole up and down. Look what it did. Less noisier than Nvidia. Okay, and then let me come back on market caps. Let's see maybe another name. I'm just really, really tired, guys. If we can cut it short a little bit today, I would appreciate it. Amazon is going to be key in whatever it does because of the overall economy. I mean, there are our online supermarket. They sell everything. Uh, yeah, let's look at a strong comeback this last 2 weeks. Look at that. Yeah, yeah. This was scary. Believe me, this close in 1 week on the August 2nd was scary for Amazon. I thought retail sales are going to go boom. The economy is going to be in the toilet, and when they come back, it came. Why? Markets are discounting mechanism. They predict the future in aggregate, not ones and twosies. Not when I like to buy Nvidia and you like to sell Costco. That doesn't mean anything. But we get to a chart, you have billions and billions of dollars in this chart, in that area. Then that becomes a discounting mechanism of the future. Look at it, give you an example. 2020, we rotated in when? March 22nd, March 23rd, right? 2020. That doesn't mean the economy turned around. The market turned around and said the economy is going to get better. The economy is going to get better until the following year. Why? What do you supply chain. Some would argue even more than that, probably not until 2022, because the damage in 2020 supply chain, whatever reason, I'm not getting to that. That's not my know-how. Was so massive, turning into shortage of parts, turning into lower economy, lower activity, and high inflation. So, all right, next, is there anything else we want to talk about? What the hell? Hold on. Excuse me, pardon my French. What's going on with the Netflix up 2% today? What does it do? Hold on, let me. I hate this. I have a slave monitor here, which means that I can do a little bit more there. Hold on. Okay. Tesla negative 3%, Intel, Google, wow. And then they sold SBox was a given because of after move yesterday. Cisco, oh wow, Cisco. They report today too, right, Nancy? Yeah. This is a report. This is a post. Yeah, this is a report. Yeah, well, you got that. But remember, if you want to see that on TradeStation, I have a suggestion for you. You need to go to properties. That's 24 hours. There we go. That's why I put that. You don't want regular trading hours. No. You want that. Yeah, Cisco just exploded. Yeah, this was a big talk yesterday too on CNBC. I usually don't watch CNBC. I watch it for news on the mute, but not the analysis of the evening. But I was tired of all the politics back and forth. Yeah, and I was in the car, so I switched it to CNBC. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Hi, Gregory. How are you, sir? Any questions? You just joined us. Any questions? If I can help you. Jeff Gilbert, thank you for showing up. Michael Becker, he's always here. Right? He's always here. And, okay, there's a question there. Tom, yes. Okay, great, Gregory. Thomas, what about Costco? I thought we went over it. Didn't we? Hold on. Cost. Yeah, I think you and I went over it earlier when folks were coming in. By the way, folks, we're trying to do these at 4, right after the market closes. We have found more people are available to come in. Okay, but it is recorded, and it's always going to be posted on our YouTube. because we have existing people there. That's one reason. Let me go here, and this is the link. YouTube channel. It pops there, and it goes here. It takes a little post processing. It takes a few minutes after we're done here to do that. So yeah, I gotta do that too. But here's Costco. Long term. Remember what I said last October? I said buy this sucker and hold it. It's and look where the bounce have been. 0.6, 20 bar. These are 20 weeks. I'm sorry, 20 weeks. They have held up. They've held up very nicely. So nothing wrong with that. Yes, October was the low, but in terms of if you look at where it was, where is it now? You haven't had the crazy moves of the techs. Yeah. So, any questions for me, guys? Oh, crypto. One sec. Somebody had asked me for crypto. At BTC, I like the future on that. At BTC, if you want to look at it that way. And yes, we pulled up down there, but there's no 100,000 I see here, guys. Yeah. And unless it gets past 50 bar, I don't see anything. This is a, as a matter of fact, if we continue this way, you're going to get to a dead cross. That's a delay. It's not real time of the future. You can also look at cash, BTC, USD. There's the cash market there, and it's the same problem. Can't get through 50. Yeah, this could get into trouble, guys, by election time. Yeah, November, by Thanksgiving. This would get into trouble, in my opinion. But I don't trade it. I don't know it, so I'm no expert there. I'm saying on my emails. What do you mean? Start times. What do you mean by that? Start time on my emails. Oh, what does it say? Oh, I see. Oh, you mean on GoTo? Oh. I see what you're saying. You're saying that when we go here, I'm behind. I'm behind, Michael. We've grown 100% in that room, even though at discounts. Yeah, with deep discount. It's massive how behind I am. Yeah. So you're talking about if I go here, register. Yes, I gotta get to it. That's manual thing. Yes, you're absolutely right. Oh, so we gave you a bad email. Yeah. My apologies. Great eyes. Great eyes. Thanks for catching that. Yes, sir. I stand corrected. I wasn't sure. It's not my emails. Those are go to webinar emails. Paul fix it. Yeah. We gotta keep track of it. Yeah, they made a reminder. Yes. Yeah, those are all automated. We 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 update them every so often, but we got behind. I will do that. Bravo. Great eyes. Thank you, sir. I stand corrected. Yes. Okay, folks. Again, the flagship continues to do incredible results. Yes, and we give you a very deep discount. Why? You have a chance to make about 21% a day. Is the average. And here's the equity curve we've added. You can see what's done. Okay. Now, I haven't snapped that, but I will once I get a free chance later on today. And it's added to the product page now. And it's all connected together. As long as it goes to Amazon, we get it. And here's the detail. You can see spectacular product. At the beginning, I was nervous, and I said, "It's few trades. I can't make inference on that. I can now with 134. With 134 trades, this is sticky. That's why that room is so busy, and I gotta catch up. Yeah, I need a few days off. What? What does that mean? Yeah. Right now, I'm shopping for another computer. We just bought computers for that room. We upgraded it. We upgraded like in July. Guess what? Probably in September, I gotta get a new computer for it. It's just so active. So you remember at 21%, they sell their mothers that come in. Believe it or not, that's how greed works. If and you shouldn't expect otherwise. If they don't at 21%, they don't. There's something wrong in the offering. So, now we've added people to edit results live, to interrogate. We've had a person in charge to post it. Nancy's posting it. CMAC does the averaging. The trades come from the traders themselves, their fields. So average field in, average out. We've added a new column. One of the very, very large affiliates said, I want to see what is the, let me see the same thing. Yeah, yeah. I want to see the initial stop price that's given by the trader. We start carrying that as of 13, as of Monday night. We will start to carry that to see the efficacy of the trade. Hey, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Okay, and the win loss ratios speak to themselves. People are happy. Now, as of Friday, Siamak will have a very, very high end mic that he likes, and he just ordered it, and he will be able to repeat the orders. So that it's like a battleship. You have a captain, you have XO. The captain issues the order, the XO has to immediately follow up, and he'll do that on audio to get everybody on the same page. Yes. I'm sorry, question, sir. Question from Gregory. I do have a question. Yes, sir. I have a PMT, right? I see the market buys log SPX. Do you also provide charting for NASDAQ? No, we don't. I should not know. You wouldn't do that too. Here's the problem. Markets, 80% of U.S. equities is SPX. That's not true with NASDAQ 100. Okay. We are monitored by Timer Digest. Okay. Our charts say that. Hold on. Let me go here. And that's here. Let me show you what we do. So you look at efficacy of what we do. Okay. Because this is important. Oh, hold on. Not here. What am I doing this for? No, let me go here. Hold on. There we go. Let me go, and that's our Timer Digest. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is a 10-year chart. Market is defined by SPX in terms of, and the whole ranking system that they provide, I'm going to go there to see, is based on SPX. And NASDAQ is a subset. They tell us to refrain from timing it by NASDAQ. NASDAQ is less desirable because part of this timing is used for 401ks. People long-term planning. Yeah. So let's go to market timing here. This is all SPX. There are about 120 people in that, and they only go by close of SPX because there's a close, not NQ, not ES, but SPX. There's always going to be a definition for SPX. I remember in August 30th, 1998, Dow stopped around 3 p.m. They shut it down. It hit the levels. Immediately, SPX was computed and posted by as of, even though it wasn't 4 o'clock, it was like 3:15. I was in LA, but you can shift it. I'm talking about ES time. I mean Eastern time. They computed the theoretical value of SPX and posted it. There's always a value for SPX because they don't want to gamble over that Timer Digest. What time you send that email or claim that's my number I'm talking about. It doesn't work like that. They look at the actual close, and because exchange will make sure on a day that they close early, that number is available. They do that. So I have no experience, Gregory, to time the market with the Nasdaq 100. I suspect you could, but I think your Sharpe ratio will drop. Your risk will be higher because your variability is higher. You have a higher beta. When the beta being higher, your noise is going to be bigger, so it won't be as accurate. SPX is simple now for me. I mean, here's what I do typically. Those charts I showed you, a couple of extra charts I have, and that's it for me. I'm in. In terms of, let me close this right here. I mean, those few up front would do it for me. Occasionally, I may go to like a Tiger Shark and try to look at big name, let's say Nvidia or Tesla, because they control the market. I give additional feel, and that's it. Now, we trade what against it? Options, spreads on the PMT Pro. On options spreads, we have a little play. Why? Because one is long, one is short. And for that, I have to thank Admiral Esposito. 27 years as a market maker at SIBO for biotechs. If you survive biotechs as a market maker, I think you know what you're doing. He was a vice chair of a membership. They voted for him to be the vice chair of the membership. So it's a heavy duty guy. And then 12 years he was at One Chicago. I only knew him when he entered One Chicago because they were looking for somebody to promote from a practitioner standpoint, not academically or theoretically, but from a practitioner. Single stock futures, we did some. We actually had a product that traded single stock futures for like Apple, Google, the highly liquid ones. Uh, and they give us a hand too. Remember, when you promote something with exchange that they need help, they go out of their way, and that opened a lot of doors for me because by then I was in Chicago. Uh, I got a chance to learn a lot. One of the reasons I moved to Chicago was Esposito. He's in our chat room. Yeah, he's in the ES chat room. I went there because I want to hear from the master. Yeah, my background was academic options. I was in LA. Yes, UCLA graduate school is number 2 in the country, but it still is academic. You're not a practitioner. You gotta do it in Chicago. And that's what Sammy told me. He said, "What are you doing in LA? There's nothing there for you. You know, you got the beach, you got the pretty girls, and Hollywood. Is that what you want to do?" I said, "No, sir." A month later, I was in Chicago. Packed up, but you see my dad get permission from him because he was elderly, and he told me, he says, "I did that. Remember, I went to U.S. when the Shaw sent me for this project or that project, and your mom accepted that. You guys accepted it. Now it's your time. Go to Chicago. Follow what your gut feel is. Follow your destiny, and I'm sure you're gonna be good at it." I didn't know, but I did. I went. I learned a lot. So of course, I was teaching for CWA at the beginning, and then CME came. I started teaching futures there. I actually didn't have much of a feel for future at the time, but in exchange, I got a lot from them because of the other ESNQ guys. I learned got to some of the bigger guys there, and then I was lucky they admitted me to a Union League club, and there were a lot of big traders there. And fourth floor rendezvous, man, on the little corner there, you want to hang out there at 3:15. Yeah, you'll exactly know what these guys are thinking, how the day went, and what's the game plan for tomorrow. So you buy them a few drinks. They're mainly Irish or Italian. You buy them a few drinks, a lot comes out. You learn. I was taking notes all the time. So I was determined to do that. So, but no, I haven't seen anybody doing that on Nasdaq. The betas could be issue, and you have 100 names, and some of them are very, very big caps. One mishap, let's say Nvidia. You saw that Monday. Look what they did to us on the Friday news. I'm saying Sunday night news. Can't do. So, and so was a monkey wrench. I think we were lucky that we were in SPX. Yeah. NDX beta can really move it. Now, I don't know why would you want to time it. That's a different purpose. If you want to trade it, you don't need to. Remember, when you time it, you're timing it for service, like time a digest. And there's a following there, and there's a traffic and all that. I understand that. But for your own trading, let's say, look at Qs. Look at Qs, put a Sigma channel on it and a CI. Let me do it here for you. There we go. Put Qs up, Sigma channels, and what do you call it? And you put a CIs on it. You know this guy come. Why? Look at divergence. Much higher Qs, just a tad or maybe slightly lower CI, and then it makes a cross. You know what? We a lot of times we make it too difficult. You know, but to me, these are the most reliable stuff we can use. Sigma levels and the logic behind them, what the rules are. -1, -2, +1, +2. See how it's moving? And then when it goes across, you switch over to the other side. You sell the rallies below center line. You buy the rallies above it. And this tells you when it's gone too far. I did I was talking to a pretty decent hedge manager today on Tiger Shark was running. I took a picture and sent it from my phone to him. He said, I want this. I said, well, you don't have enough money. I said, he was pissed. Like, what? I said, you don't have enough money. Add a couple of zeros, then we can talk. And get a bottle of scotch, add a couple of zeros, maybe, and I'll bring some Behiques. He goes from El Comandante Fidel. I said, yes, they're available now if you have a connection. But get a Macallan 40. By the way, that's 12 grand. I said, get a Macallan 40. I'll bring some Behiques and we'll discuss, but you don't have enough money. As we were talking, I said, there's a shortcoming. He goes, what? What are you talking about? I said, it's a shortcoming. I took a picture. I went to short. He called me later on. He said, you son of a bitch. I said, I told you. I've been sitting here for 25 years, at least in terms of day trading. Yeah, I've day traded at least 25 years, so maybe more. And yeah, I had first 2 years was a disaster. That's why I have an ex-wife. But do you think I wasted my 25 years? I beg to differ with you. And when these things set up, you should intuitively say, I'm going to do this. Mechanical. Don't ask too many questions. And then if it's, but watch your bet size. With a small bet is what you're going your way, you push it. And look for when to cover. And I saw an area there on the NQ that was questionable, and we get these dots. We use dots on all of these. Nancy, we don't have dots here. How come? Let me put a dot here. Hold on. It is those of you who have trade session from us. That's what you want to do. It's a show me. It's the only show me we have. It's a dot here. That dot. You put it on. You see those dots? Yeah. Yeah. It's same thing on the daily. I don't know what we do over here. I'm a dummy. What do you expect, right? Show me. There's a dot. Of course, the derivatives are for different stuff, but the concept that we have only we have partial free to tank. You see the dots? When these dots come, then you get this, and what do? Trowel up, Houston. Okay. Obviously, this was really, really bad event as we troweled back down, and you could see now. Here's your divergence on CI diffs. We're still dropping, but you're edged up a tad. See that? Yeah. And so, and as we went lower, that's what happened there. So the dots are important to watch. That's a daily, a little bit noisy. How about this? You see that? When you get these, you see that dot? Remember, you don't see this bar yet. It's walking through. You get a dot. You get a dot. It dropped there. No dots there. Look at these two dots. We rallied. Now we're having these dots. So you can do it on Qs this easy. If you have TradeStation account, Gary, send us a note. We'll comp you this indicators for a while on my tab. Okay. Nancy could help you on that. If you don't have TradeStation, I don't know what I can do there because of it. It just doesn't work on other platforms. But that alone could be incentive to get TradeStation. And if you want, you go to our we are not involved with them. We're not because we're not brokers. So there's nothing to do with your activity. But they give us good prices, and we apply to everybody. We ask them, whatever you give me, give everybody else, because I can do it with the volume. But I will pass it on to your people. We don't get paid whether you're in or not. We don't get paid if you overtrade or undertrade, because we're not brokers. We're not licensed in futures, and we don't want to. Why? Because I couldn't have this. If I was licensed, I couldn't have a PMT. So I don't want, and this is much more cleaner, transparent, cleaner, arm's length, and I can have my PMT. I want to be able to talk about it. I want to be able to get in front of people. Why? Because a couple of my clients are large hedge funds. I don't want to lose them. I do not want to lose them. So once you get licensed, you got to close a lot of things. FINRA allows you to speak, but you have to send in your documentation. Give them a month to approve you, then you can speak. And this, a month, it's a lifetime. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll help you if you'd like to. Thanks. Thank you for coming in. Anything else I can answer, guys? I'm sorry I'm a little bit tired, but it's been we have grown tremendously, and it's been nuts here last couple of weeks for everybody. So I'm a little bit spacey, if you will. But okay, thank you so much. I'll fix some things. Thank you about the notice, what Mike Becker and Dennis Parmalee, and we'll adjust that. And then we'll also adjust the date here. This is another mistake. I know we were off here. If you go there, and that's members, yeah, this has got to change. Now this is going to go to 28. We're going to change it to August 28th. We'll fix everything. The reason we were doing at 4, by the way, was simple. More people are available. So we'll fix that. Thank you all. Have a great evening. I will be posting this the moment the post processing is complete into our YouTube. You can also, if you want to be really relaxed about it, just join the YouTube and you get an email the moment the post process is complete and it's available. That is, you can click it. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks, Dennis. Appreciate it. You got it, Michael. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate your help.